How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about former NBA player Kwame Brown defending Candace Owens. Now, before we get into the video, which I do have, I need to back up a little bit here to give you some context, just so we're on the same page with each other. Now, Kwame Brown played 12 years in the NBA, and over that 12-year career, he made $65 million. So that seems like a success, right? That's a W, right? He had a great career, made plenty of money. What's the problem? Well, he was drafted very high. Number 1 overall pick back in 2001 on the Washington Wizards, where Jordan was still playing. So he's 18 years old, straight out of high school, a lot of pressure, a lot of expectations from the media mostly. And since his numbers were not like Shaquille O'Neal or Kevin Garnett or Jordan, obviously, or Kobe, they label him as a draft bust. And when I say they, I mean the mainstream media. And for years and years and years, they attacked him for being the bust. Oh, he can't play, he can't move, he can't dribble. Well, how do you get to the NBA if you can't play, number one? And how do you stay 12 years in the league and make all that money if you're so bad? His numbers were not all-star level, but he was a good player. I never heard Kwame Brown say a word about it. Maybe he did over the years, but I never heard it. Until some guys over on All the Smoke, their podcast, some former NBA players were talking about him and trying to make jokes and stuff. So he got on Instagram and YouTube and responded. And he's been talking a lot about a lot of different things. And then he spoke on Candace Owens and how the media want to attack black women like her. Now, before I go any further, let's go ahead and roll the clip. In this clip, you're going to see what I was talking about. After we get done watching that, I'll talk about what was said there. Then I give you the rest of my 2 cents, my deep detail analysis, and then I'll wrap it on up with a nice bow on top. So without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
And Jack, I gave you nothing but respect. I never disrespected you, sir, up until now. And even last night when we was texting, I said, bro, you just need to apologize. I told you how it made you look. You still want to play gangster. Okay. The text you sent me, I could get you arrested. And I told you were done. See what I'm saying? That's why I didn't apologize on the YouTube video. I know like you. I grew up with like you. Like you is the ones who kill mama's son, allegedly, before they get out. Or you have them killed. Allegedly. Like you, with that effeminate tongue that can't respect nobody, just like you hurt more than anybody. White people ain't hurting nobody. A white man has never talked to me like you've talked to me in the past couple of days. And then put a threat on me. A white man ain't threatening me. You've been joking on me for 20 years. I joke on you for a couple of days that you asked for the jokes. And now I got to be caught in traffic with my son in the car. But y'all say it's the white people I should fear, but it's my own kind doing all the killing here. Tupac was right then, and he right now. You need to stop blaming white folks. You're sick in the inside. The main ones out there making all that noise, hooting and hollering for black people, disagree with them. And watch what they do to you. Watch what they try to do. Watch what they say to you. Watch how they talk to you, black man. Just disagree with them and watch how they talk to you. Candace Owens black, and I ain't heard a person sat down and had a healthy dialogue with this woman yet. I watched them put this woman up on a stage, and she's a black woman, but she ain't the black woman that you want to hear from. But she makes some valid points that I would like to hear someone challenge and argue with, just the point and not the person. If what I'm saying is wrong, educated people should be able to be emotionally strong enough to sit there and hear somebody's point. You teaching at colleges to not like people. That's not the debates that I used to see. When I grew up, a debate was about the content, the message. You see, 2 people say their point of view, and we see who got the most facts in it. Now, as soon as a person walk in the room, shit! Who the fuck is that? How you get him out of here? Call 911! Oh my God! Oh, almost there! Almost fainted. You ain't gonna make it through life. If that's what you gotta do, the f is wrong with you? The sight of a person does that to you? You fragile son of a. You need to carry your ass somewhere and go get some help. You motherfucking college kids that's acting like that, that's why they probably sent Stephen A. to them colleges to help brainwash y'all and let y'all know that y'all not great, because y'all some great mother. And how you become great is you let other people challenge the things that you're saying. You don't just sit in no damn bubble and think you the baddest, smartest mother. Imagine that. Imagine we never got to see Mike Tyson challenge himself against another person. Imagine us seeing Mike Tyson just hit the bag all quick like he was doing, but we never got to see him up against somebody else. If you think you a bad motherfucker, you standing on what you saying, quit crying about who's saying it.
All right, so you saw that, you heard that. Now, I thought that was excellent. That was perfect. Very well said. And this happens a lot to those of us on the right, or anyone that the mainstream media disagrees with, anyone that a regular normally on the street disagrees with. You get met with hate. Rather than trying to attack what you say with their facts, with their figures, rather than trying to do that, they want to attack you as a person. That's called an ad hominem attack. It's not anything new. There's a Latin name for it. It's been going on for a very long time. What he said was right on point. It's like, all right, if you hate Candace so much, which is very common, people all the time, oh, I hate Candace. Why do you hate Candace? Like, do you know Candace? Do you got a problem with her? Like, what's the actual beef? But if you dislike her, so go ahead and try to attack what she says. Talk about the substance of the argument rather than trying to attack her. You know, one thing I always see, especially among like black folks online, is they want to attack her hair and stuff like that. Men, grown men talking about her hair texture. It's like, how do you even notice that? Like, as a man, you should be focused on what she's saying. I mean, if you think she's not attractive or whatever, that's your opinion. But what does that have to do with anything when talking about what she says? Talk about that rather than her hair texture or what she has on, or, you know, her husband because he's white. You know, that's something they try to do right there. They try to say, oh, well, she's married to a white man, so she's a X, Y, and Z racial slur. They say the same thing about Brandon Tatum because he's married to a white woman. Oh, they're fake, they're not real, all this and that. But they say the same thing about me, and I'm married to a black woman, so how'd that work? You see, it's not even about you, really. It's not about who you're married to. It's not about any of that. They want to talk about it like that's an actual factor, but it's not. It's about what you're saying. They want to attack you because they can't attack what you're saying. But let's sit down and have a conversation. If what I said is wrong and it's so off base, let's talk about it. You know, I debate all the time. I go on television to debate. I have debates on my live chat. I don't screen calls. Anybody could call in. We could have a debate. I enjoy it. I invite it. And I respect all of those. I don't care if you left, right, center. I respect everyone that has a debate with me to step to the table, have a debate. When I did the Jubilee video back last year, I was in LA. There was supposed to be 3 conservatives and 3 liberals on the panel, but one of the liberals backed out. So I'm reading the comments and they're saying, hey, this is unfair. It's 3 conservatives against 2 liberals. But where was the other liberal at? I respect those that actually came there, the trans person and the young lady. I respect both of them that came to the actual the taping. But what about the person that didn't come? Why did that happen? You see, you really don't see a lot of the liberals step to the table and have a debate in a serious way. So shout out to Kwame Brown for talking about that. And all these Candace Owens haters, I don't understand. You know what? I'm going to say this. I feel like real people, like, I'm going to just say Candace is a real person. Brandon is a real person. I'm a real person. Kwame Brown's a real person. I feel like real people like us, and a lot of you guys that are watching, we don't engage in the woke, the fake wokery from the left, like Kwame Brown was talking about. The fake wokery, we don't engage in that. We're just being ourselves in the true and authentic way. If we believe a thing that can be challenged, we're open to being challenged. We're not just so dead set in our beliefs. Oh, I'm super smart. I'm a big brain rocket scientist. I know everything. I'll tell you straight from the beginning, I don't know everything. I don't have all the answers. I'm always trying to read and research and find things out. I learn a new thing every day. That's how you should be. You shouldn't just be dead set in your beliefs and never accept any new information. How do you grow like that? How do you evolve like that? How do you change like that? You can't. You're going to stay stuck right where you are. You're going to be a mental midget pretending to be intelligent. And a lot of these guys on TV and some of these, BLM activists, it's a few things going on. Some of them didn't grow up hard like we grew up kind of hard. Candace included grew up hard. You don't know her story, read her book. Brandon, me, Kwame, a lot of us grew up hard. So we have a real experience and we're able to draw from it rather than trying to read a book that we like and then glean from that. We have real experiences. Then you have those that have had these real experiences but are closed off to any type of new information. You see, they're being taught by the fake woke liberals what reality is, and they accept it because they're just ignorant. They don't know any better. They've not been taught any better, and they're closed off. Then you have those that never had that type of experience, didn't grow up in a hard environment, that have empathy for the ignorant people and contempt for those that are not ignorant and want to think for themselves because they think that they're better than all of us and they should be the grand arbiter of whatever is true or false in a lot of these situations. Oh, you're coming from a poor environment? Okay. Well, rather than trying to, push for 2-parent households, rather than trying to break away this welfare state, rather than trying to do things like that, we're going to have more government benefits, more government handouts, saying, you know what, I want to be sitting in the office, sitting on my hind parts all day, so I'm going to start a non-governmental organization, an NGO, and I'm going to get paid from the misery. So when anyone comes and wants to break away the misery, they want to break away the not literal, but figurative chains of dependence on the government. If anyone wants to do that, then it needs to be just eliminated because it's going to affect me. It's going to affect my ego. It's going to affect my job. So as I close, I want to say this. Shout out to Kwame Brown for speaking his mind. It's been a long time since he got drafted. The mainstream media attacked him at every turn. He's 18 years old when he got drafted. They attacked him for his whole career. 12-year career, made millions of dollars. I don't see the L, as a cool kid say, I don't see the L there. He was a smart guy in high school, honor roll, straight A's. I don't really see the problem. I don't get it. But I do get it. The mainstream media, they want a certain narrative to be out there. They want certain people to be scapegoats and to be, people that they can attack and it's funny and it's cool and it's for ratings and things like that. I get it. But at the end of it, you're talking about real people that have had real live experiences. That's the situation. So to sum it on up, rather than attacking the person, attack what they say. And mainstream media, be more responsible. Stop being such haters. Stop being such clickbait artists. Stop being so fake woke. The fake wokery is doing much more damage than any racial group has done. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? How do you feel about what Kwame Brown said? How do you feel about what I said? Whatever your thoughts on that are, let me know in the comments below. And you guys pretty much know where I'm at. I agree with what Kwame Brown has been saying. Follow him on Instagram, follow him on YouTube, follow him everywhere. Watch his live stuff. Now, it's colorful language, I'll tell you that right now. So if you get little babies watching, you might want to cover the ears sometimes. But what he says makes a lot of sense. And I appreciate guys like this that just are authentically themselves and are not being led by some random group that wants to lead them in a certain direction. Be an independent person. I'm a conservative because of how I am, because of how I act. Being Republican or Democrat is not an identity. Liberal and liberal values, that's an identity. You can associate yourself with that. And even if you don't want to associate yourself with that, you can have some values that are conservative or liberal. That's not the same thing as being part of a political party. So I said all that to say this: lead your own path in life and don't be a follower. Very simple. But whatever your thoughts are, Please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.